Hey everyone, welcome to frame 4 of my match versus my neighbour, Si, as recorded on the 27th of July 2022. So quite a while ago now. Let's see how this frame goes for both of us. Before Si breaks off though, don't forget to like the video if you do, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and get the bell on to be notified of any new videos. I'm about to bring up the scoreboard, which will spoil the frame score, so if you haven't watched the previous frames in this match series, please go ahead and watch them now, and we'll see you in a minute. So there we go, there's the frame score. So it's currently 2 frames to 1 to me. So this is Si's chance to, having essentially trounced me in the last frame, this is Si's chance to draw a level and take it into a decider. Apologies for the noise, I've got my parrot on my shoulder and she wants to be involved in the commentary. So my co-commentator, she might not make a lot of sense, but you know, then most co-commentators in sport don't they? So you know, nothing new there. So where we at? So safety shot there from Si, nicely gets the cue ball up against the bottom cushion, leaves me with not really much to go at, which is, you know, the idea of a safety shot. I can get through to this one on the side rail though, so the side cushion, so should be able to get back down the table, and then bought colour kind of comes to my rescue. Not quite enough to get me in behind the brown, which would have been nice, but never mind. So yeah, another safety shot opportunity for Si to get me back in trouble. Ooh, just catches it thin, does at least hit it though. And calling for the cue ball to slow down, which it kind of does. It leaves me not a pot on, but should be a reasonable chance of getting a good a safety shot, sorry. That's it, my parrot's had enough, she's off somewhere else to make some noise. She's obviously not a snooker fan. Oh no, she's just going to stand on my arm, okay. So pretty decent pretty decent safety shot there. Could have done with the cue ball a bit tighter to the bottom cushion, but you know, this is amateur snooker. So a pretty good safety exchange actually here from both of us so far. So who's going to make the first mistake, or basically be forced into a mistake by a very, very good safety shot? Could be me, didn't quite hit that hard enough, left the cue ball in the middle of the table essentially with a couple of reds in the open, so chance here for Si, but he's having to get the rest out. So as you've heard me say on previous videos, when the rest's involved, you know, these could go either way. Oh, that was close though, I thought he got that in, and I think he managed to get on the black as well, although the red he missed has just covered it. So, well, that red obviously wouldn't have been there if it got in the pocket, so he would have been on the black, I think. Not much for me to go at. I can't get to that one that's sort of above and to the left of the black, so I'm basically having to play safety here. Trying to get close to the yellow if I can, but didn't quite manage it. Nice safety from Si, clutches that red nicely, maybe just a little bit under pace. So there's a bit of a chance for me. I think that the red just to the right of the pink on its own there is potable into the the right corner pocket. That's what I'm going for anyway. Oh, not far off, but not quite. Nearly fluked it in the other corner, but didn't. I think I maybe got away with it a little bit. Sorry, just adjusted my microphone, so apologies if the sound quality has changed. Yeah, kind of left a plant on there for Si, so he got that down, but I think he might have. No, he hasn't quite snookered himself on all colours. He can get through to snick on this black, but I don't know whether he can get through to the potting angle. Oh, he can get through to the potting angle. So a pretty nice pot, and went into the reds essentially. But the black doesn't go on its own spot. It also doesn't go on the pink spot, but the blue spot is free, so that's where it has to go. Another great pot from side. Nice top spin on the cue ball to get out for a colour. Maybe just unlucky to get that cannon on the red, so it slowed it down a little bit. Otherwise, I think he would have been up for a bot colour, or maybe even black or blue into the middle. I mean, he still had a shot on the black in the middle, and it wasn't a million miles away, but pretty decent break of 9 for him to get him started. Yeah, not much for me to go at. Didn't fancy that red next to the blue for some reason. I think it's more tough than the angle on this camera makes it look. So I figured a safety shot was the order of the day. So I was just having to wait for the chaps behind us to finish their shot before he could get down. And it's left me a little bit of a chance here. I think I can get to this red near the black. I think it's not too tight not too fine a cut. So I should be able to pot it, but will I be able to hold for pink into the middle? That would be what I'll do now, but I hit it too hard and pretty much managed to snooker myself on all colours, which is rather unfortunate. But at least I'm off the mark as opposed to with regards to scores. Sai's just getting himself another drink. So I just wait here because I don't want to play my shot while Sai's at the bar, because I'm obviously snookered here and it's a very good chance that I could miss whatever ball I nominate here. So I'm just making sure that Sai can see what I'm doing. I can see that he's looking at the table, so I decided to play the shot here. I'm going for black. So yeah, just having a few issues with the bar. Not issues as such, but so I didn't realise there was a limit, like a minimum on purchasing drinks with a card. So you have to spend at least a £5, and he was just buying himself a drink, so it wasn't quite a £5. So he's having to buy himself a can of soft drink to take home just to make it up to a £5. So yeah, just a little bit of a delay here while Sai's at the bar. Probably should have fast forwarded this, but I didn't want to. I wanted to show the whole thing. You don't get fast forwards in the cricket ball, do you? Well, he gets that red in. Didn't do much with the cue ball. Gone to get his card back and his drink. Drinks, plural. And yeah, now he's got a pretty tricky colour. So I assume he plays the safety here. Yeah, safety on the green. Oh, or was he playing the cut? Who knows? Only Sai would be able to tell us. But yeah, he wasn't a million miles away of getting that green in. He's not left me a shot on the red by the blue because he's covered it with the black. So yeah, so another safety shot from me. In hindsight, I think I probably should have played the one on the cushion, because I've hit this too hard. Need the black to come to my rescue, but I don't think it has. My parrot is now singing to herself. So yeah, so he can now get through to this red easy. But oh, he misses it. There was a few points there for the taking if he got that in. Left me with a chance of this one, this red near the pink, but it's a bit of a stretch over the table. Do I get the rest out? I think I might get the rest out. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go for this one. It's funny how you see shots in hindsight. I'm not sure this is the right shot. But actually it works out pretty well. Get it in, and I get that cannon on the red, which brings the ball out for the pink into the middle, left middle. But I think actually I forgot the green is over the pocket, so that's probably why I played that shot, knowing that I'd be very unlucky not to have at least a shot on the green, and that's what I'm going to take here. So feeling a bit more confident, I would maybe have taken the pink because there's much more chance of obviously extending the break. But I wasn't feeling, after the last frame, I was feeling a bit dejected. Yeah, probably, otherwise I probably would have taken that pink into the middle. But at least I got a colour, red in the colour, and a chance of a safety shot here. Pretty good safe shot, a little bit fortunate with a kiss off the brown, yellow there. The white could have easily gone in the pocket, but it didn't. It finished quite nicely. Oh, light's just gone out in the middle of the size shot.
No, it's all right now, because
So I think we were just having a conversation. I did offer Si the chance to take that shot again, but he doesn't take it. But I don't take the points for the foul, or at least I don't on. I might have done it. I can't remember if I did at the time, but I don't on the scoreboard here, because really, I would have been asking to play that shot again. If the lights had gone off mid shot for me. But then he does it again, and there's no excuse for that one. So that's. I think that is 4 points to me. Yeah. Not the greatest safety shot there. Brought a red up to the top of the table, or the bottom of the table, whichever way you look at it, to the baulk end, let's say that. And white in the middle of the table. Yeah. Red it wasn't over the pocket, it was a little bit far from the pocket, but I'm sure Si would say that he expected that one to go in. Yeah, just the safety there. Again, if I was a bit more confident, I probably would have played that pot. But just had an opportunity to screw back to the cushion, so I did it. Just playing a little bit too negatively. I mean, not too negatively. It did work out, but certainly in the last frame, if you watched it, I was playing too negatively.
we need 2 wheelchairs in the car, so I'll go to the motor.
So I gets a good safety here. Covers most of the reds with the green. Not a bad reply for me, just a little bit too much pace. Brings the white back down to the to the middle of the table. But another miss, another thin snick that misses. So just picking up a few points here from fouls really, which is exactly what didn't happen in the last frame for me, but did happen for Sai. I mean, he won it. Even if you take off the fouls, he still won it easily. So it's not that was the problem. But so it's my turn to do a thin snick, but I get it wrong, and the cue ball goes into the jaws. Which leaves Sai this chance of the red into the left corner. Yeah, he was trying. He was hitting it hard to try and get the cue ball through that bunch of reds out for the colours, which are all at the other end of the table. Like every single one of them is at the other end of the table. So it's understandable that he played it that hard. So there's always a chance it would miss. So I've got this cut into the middle. I think that's probably the better shot. Yeah, I think that's probably the better shot than the one to the right corner. Oh, but that was a bit of a stupid shot, really. I mean, again, similar to Sai's shot earlier, there was lots of points, but not lots, but like some fairly simple points for the taking there if that one had dropped in. But didn't quite get it, and then Sai gets a lovely pot. But just an unlucky cannon on that red stops the cue ball coming to the other end of the other end of the table and being, you know, in amongst the colours. I think he's playing the black here. Yeah. Oh, that was close. Again, I think he thought it was in. I think he thought it rolled off to the right, but whichever side it was, left, right or left. Taking my time over this one. There's not a lot of places on the table that's safe to put the cue ball, I mean. Oh, and I do a thing, you know, the thing that Sai's been guilty of in this frame. I missed my thin snick on the red. I was lucky not to hit anything else other than the green, so it's only 4 points away. Yeah, I think he tried to hit that hard in order to hold the white, you know, stun the white for the black. I got pretty fortunate there. There's not many places where the white would have been in a safe position. It's not in a completely safe position, but there's no easy pot on. It's all gone a little scrappy, but Sai has made a mistake there and left me a couple of chances here. So I think the obvious one is the red to the bottom left corner that I'm looking at now. It's just how do I get out for a colour which are basically like three of them are on the baulk cushion and the others aren't far off either. I think that was stupid. I think I was basically just trying to I thought I would be so unlucky not to have a shot at the black that I thought I didn't have to do anything with the cue ball. So I'm guessing probably just the safety here. Yeah. Yeah, that was disappointing. That was a safety from Sai. Holds his hand up to apologise, but actually it's him that's been unlucky, if anything, because he's snooking himself on the black, I believe. Could be wrong. Yeah, I think he's just playing a roll-up shot. Yeah, it's a good snooker though. So he could well, even though he doesn't get the black, and he could well pick up some points here, because this is there's a nice spread on the red. So I think I would be unlucky to not hit one, but I think you know, it's certainly very feasible that I could not hit one here. Well, yeah, that wasn't the red I was going for. I was going for the one that's just to the right of the one over the middle pocket. But I knew there was always a good chance that I would hit one at some point. But I have left this one on for Sai, so I think I have anyway. Maybe not. Is he playing the plant here? Because this one definitely doesn't look on. So the plant, he must be playing the plant here. Yeah, that was quite a big ask. Quite a bit of distance between the two reds, so there's a lot of room for error. He was unlucky not to be able to see the easier red to the other middle. So easy red for me. Can I get back out for the black? I can. It's a ref shot, but it's over the pocket, so it should be an easy black. Can I get the white out for... I think I'm looking for an extension at this point. Yeah, can I get the white back out for any kind of shot on a red? Yeah, just looking for the universal extension. Well, the white comes back out, maybe not quite as well as it should have done. But it was always going to be tricky with all using all that gear. That was close. That's a good rest shot from Sai. Nicely out the table. Should have a relatively... Well, could have done with it running a little bit further to make this pink a little easier. As it is, he's going to have to use the rest. Yeah, could have done with that little cue ball a little bit closer to the green, I think, for them to make this pink shot a little easier and to have the natural angle for the cue ball to come back down this end of the table. As it happens though, it's a pretty good shot on with the rest and does a pretty decent job of the cue ball getting it towards the middle of the table. I have trouble with the sticky spots on this table. It is the best table in the club. It's the tournament table with the thinner pockets, and it is the one that's been most recently recovered. Recovered. But it's got like stick-on spots rather than just like little black crosses that you see on proper tournament tables. And the balls sometimes like roll off the stick-on spots, which is a bit annoying. Don't worry, that's not your phone ringing, that's somebody's phone in the club ringing. So I got this green, it's a bit straight, hitting it with a lot of topspin, but I managed to catch the blue, which is a shame. So I've left. I was pretty happy with how the pot went, but just left it too straight. So catching the blue was a rather annoying outcome, but still, it's points on the board. It could have been worse. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Just caught cushion first, I think, on that. So just it was like millimetres away from being right there. Overcooked that one a little bit, and really was no need to put that much pace on that cue ball. For some reason, I always do that with the rest. So what do I play here? Is it a sneaky roll up on the yellow to do like a, reverse snooker so it's hampered on the yellow? No, I play this green. Oh, it's just a safety though. Not a good one though. I think my plan was to try and get close to the yellow off the second cushion bounce, but it didn't quite work out. Oh, it's a great pot. Left himself a chance at this pink as well. The two reds by the black are obviously tied up though, so that's he would have to disturb him if he wants to make this break more than just the red and the pink, but not quite on that pink though. Out with the rest again. She may just play a safety here. Yeah. Well, that's good enough. Could have been better, but it's good enough. Thankfully, one of the reds didn't go over the pocket, which I was a little worried about. Or plant the black in. Oh, that's unlucky. Not a terrible result though, because I'm back up at the D. It was only 4 points. So do I try and sneak this in, or do I play safety? I feel like I probably try and sneak this in, do I? Yeah. Confidence, I say confidence. It's starting to get a little bit less frustrated, I feel like I'm much more in this frame. It's an unlucky double kiss. Not a terrible result though. Red's gone on the cushion, white's in a relatively safe place. That other red's pretty much safe as well. So just a safety here. Yeah, I got away with that one a little bit. Hit it too thick, I guess, and it's kind of a double kiss kind of thing, and yeah, I was lucky that the cue ball caught in the jaws. Just the safety then. Could have been better. Sai's a bit of a demon when it comes to long pots. I think that I think I leave a chance of a pot that I think he's never going to take on, and even if he does, he'd miss it and he pots it. So I need to be better at not leaving tempting long pots for him. As it happens. In that case, he was trying to play safe and didn't quite get it right. I think he did point at where he was expecting the white to go. Yeah, I was playing the pot there. Bit of safety in mind, I guess. I'd like to think so anyway, but maybe not. Maybe I just was miles away. Oh, that wasn't a million miles away. That would have been a ridiculous pot if that had gone in. So this is a tough long pot. But the other red's safe, so it was definitely worth taking on. I'll say it's safe. Yeah, it's safe. But that other red's come back and left a similar shot for Sai. Obviously, it's not quite as long, but a similar kind of thing that, you know, the only one he's going to leave is this one. But he gets that one wrong. I think he's miscues it maybe. And yeah, not quite. Yeah, these last two reds are proving to be a little bit of a difficult task to get in the pocket, but again, a reasonably good safety exchange. Where's the cue ball going? No, fortunately, I thought that was going in. Nice safety from Sai. Cue ball's nice on the cushion. Object ball's pretty much on the cushion as well, and he's covered a path, I think, to the other red by the brown. So, yeah, good safety shot. I think I was kind of forced into attempting that pot. I think I'd get very lucky there. I think I can get through to this pot, but it's obviously difficult. Oh, maybe you couldn't get through to it. Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustration creeping into Sai's game. He's probably in a similar position to what I was last frame, in that he probably feels every time he comes to the table he's not in a good position and snookered. So it just goes to show it comes around, swings and roundabouts, as they say, in terms of the run of the balls. Gone to get the extension again. Again, I always hit it so hard, and there's just no need to hit it that hard. Like anywhere in the middle of the table, I at least would have had a shot on the blue. As it is, do I attempt this brown? Or is it just a safety? I hope I'm not negative enough to just play safety, but I think that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think I'm trying to play snooker here. Yeah. I don't think I quite get it as well. I think I can get through to sneak this red. And you see? And he's laid one of his own. Or maybe not. Maybe just comes back, yeah. Comes back off the cushion a little bit fast. So I think I'm playing another safety attempt here. But yeah, don't get that right. Got the cue ball where I want it, but I was very lucky that the red there went there, because that, you know, hit lots of balls, lots of cushions before it landed there. But in my defence, that was pretty much where I was trying to get the cue ball. Yeah, it's a tough one for Si. Trying the old swerve shot. Oh, not a million miles away. It was a good attempt, but it was a foul. Put another 20p in the meter. Oh, at least I did play it, but I've left it, unfortunately. Rest involved though, you never know, might miss it. Oh, so this is where the camera ran out of battery. So all that you've missed is Si did get that red in, so he gets the 1 point for that, and then has a shot at the yellow, but it misses and stays in the jaws. So you've missed that little that red pot on the red, and then the miss on the yellow. So everything should be correct now. Also, putting the new battery in the camera, I just sort of moved on its tripod as well, and I found it really difficult to correct. It was all tilted and out of kilter. I found it really difficult to do the sort of, the sort of keystone correction to straighten everything up a bit. So that's why it all looks a bit skew-whiff, I'm afraid. I would like the camera maybe a touch higher. This is as high as my tripod will go, so I might see if I can get a little, like just a foot-long extension to my tripod that I can just lift the camera up a little bit. The good thing about this table, as opposed to the other tables, is the actual table light is higher than the others. The others are quite a lot lower, onto closer to the bed of the table. So this means I can get a better angle on the camera, and I could lift it up a little bit more, so the table is filling more of the screen, I think. So I will try that at some point, but we're a month on from this video and I haven't done it yet, so don't expect any changes anytime soon. Anyway, back to the game. I'm both struggling to get this green in. So there is what I'm 17 points ahead. 17, is that right? Yeah, 17 points ahead and 25 left on the table. So I should get this green in. So that puts me 15 points ahead. Sorry, 14 points ahead, with 22 left. We just misses that brown. Bit of a stretch on this brown. But I'm pretty pleased with that pot. Cued that pretty well considering I'm stretching. At this point, I'm ahead, so all I'm really worried about is just the pots, really. I know the black is safe, so. Yeah, just the safety up and down. So the brown's gone in, so I am 18 points ahead. Just I thought that was going to go in.
I'll tell you what, we've got 7 minutes left.
I'm 18 points ahead with 18 left, I believe. That's all right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. No, that blue just drops in. So that puts me 23 points ahead with just 13 left. So, you know, this bar snookers, this frame is in the bag. Fry's going to play on, I think. He's laughing, maybe he's not. No, he concedes. That's it. That's the end of it. So that's the end of that. So I mean, we weren't officially playing a best of 5, but that, yeah, that was it. That was the end of the session. I don't know if we would have played a decider if Side won that frame. We'll see. It remains to be seen. But yeah, thanks to Sai for agreeing to play me. It was good fun. I think it's fair to say that we are not a million miles away in terms of skill level. I think. You know, depending on frame of mind, you know, there's probably going to be the biggest difference between winning and losing. So hopefully we can have some good close matches going forward, and hopefully the next one will be fairly soon. I should say I have played him recently, didn't film it, but we actually played 4 frames and it was a 2-2 draw. So, and we didn't play decider then just because we were both out of time. So. And in one of those frames, he absolutely demolished me. Like, I conceded when there was still all the colours on the table, put it that way. So it's definitely a good matchup for us. So yeah, hopefully there will be some more filmed ones coming soon. And I'll catch you in whatever the next video is. Probably a colours clearance or maybe something new. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you then.